What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 34 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Malekith and Naggarond Inc. campaign. We here at Naggarond Inc. are proud to show our commitment to going green by using every part of our workers. Naggarond Inc. because green is the color of misery. So as we saw last time, Crone Hellebron has taken Kankawata and destroyed the Shadow Legion, and just like that. It looks like without Bellicor on the field, and I don't know what happened to their army, but, well, I guess they were having a pretty bad day. And the Vanaheimlings are left, and we could peace out with them, but why would we when we can take the Citadel of Lead and the Isle of Wights and destroy them instead? Actually, out of curiosity, they were at war with Ivres and Kuran and Kathik, which means that Bellicor was at war with those factions, and I guess one of them mainly destroyed him. I wonder who it was. Maybe Kuran. Anyway, in addition to that, we had Marathi in a fantastic little fight at the Tower of Lysaean, where she took out the forces being mustered by Alistar the White Lion, and bringing Eotane down to a pretty weak level. Both Eotane and Avalorn are pretty weak, in fact, and Ivres isn't all that much stronger either. I'm just gonna hope that Nakari doesn't awaken and take too much stuff, or we'll have to kill him. I'm currently thinking that once again we're willing to let him have one province, but not more than that, so he shouldn't overreach, let's say. I guess Dark Elves, like with Malice and the fact that Malekith let him live, Dark Elves do have some experience with using demons, if not necessarily quite aligning with them. Anyway, let's see what we have to do this time. Well, first of all, I think we're going to do a little bit of admin, in the sense that while we don't have to build anything directly, I'd like to maybe use some of our slaves, which we have a fairly decent amount of, and rush a few buildings and then continue building. Specifically, rush a few main settlements such that their buildings can be upgraded / built a little bit faster. Otherwise, this isn't really doing too much good for us. In addition to that, we do have the potential battle left over from last time against Scorsus Demon Talker here, on which we can send Admiral Valal Life Quencher to fight. I mean, in theory, this might be a somewhat difficult fight. They do have a lot of Marauders, but on the other hand, they're just Marauders. We should have the advantage here. We have magical attacks, which will bypass the pretty great physical resistance of the Marauder Berserkers there, and as long as we're careful, we should be able to pull it off, I think. So, we're gonna jump into it. That's you, Admiral Valal, and I guess you're gonna head into it first, then we will do the admin that I talked about, and then we will end the turn, and then proceed to continuing rampaging through Ulthuan. Also, this episode would probably have been posted a little bit earlier than normal, so don't forget to leave those likes and comments if you enjoy that sort of thing. I also felt bad because I couldn't post that much on the weekend, only on Sunday night, so I wanted to do another episode a little bit earlier. Anyway, what are we facing off against? Close victory, medium casualties. Yeah, if we're careful, we can do this. Let's get to it. Alrighty, very well and very dark, apparently. I think this might be the darkest battle that we have fought so far. It does look pretty darn cool, though, with the Black Ark and just menacingly sort of overhead there. And damn, the Black Arks are huge. It's a little bit odd, but it does seem that the Black Arks are actually bigger than the cities, at the very least the maps of cities we have. Like, none of the walls wherein we assault a Druchii city or defend a Druchii city are anywhere near the size of the walls of the Black Arks, which is weird. And it's weird because the Black Cities are made out of Black Arks, so they should be just as menacing and have just as big architecture as those do, you would think. Wouldn't you? I certainly don't remember a big ol' statue of Cain like that even in the Harganeth map. A little bit of a disparity there, but anyway, here we go, the battle begins. We have a fairly basic set of troops here and theoretically inferior to the enemy berserkers, but we do have a number of advantages. The first being that we have bleed and magical attacks on all of our basic units, which is just fantastic. Bypassing physical resistance and causing the bleed as well, which is great on weaker enemy infantry units. In addition to that, because it's a Black Ark battle, we always have access to these impassable, I don't know what these things are called. These are like the things on the ships, right? I don't know, as somebody who knows things about marine craft, let me know what the heck the purpose of these things are supposed to be. Do they lead down to the holds and or to the bilges? I don't know. I don't know what their purpose is, but they are there. Anyway, they are impassable terrain, and thus we can use them to essentially move our troops up and then allow all of our dark shards and our 2 artillery pieces to annoy those enemies. And annoy the enemies we shall, because the enemy has a highly concentrated number of infantry, and they're going to suffer for being so mobbed up. Alrighty, massive range superiority to us in this particular case. Man, this map is dark. Alrighty, and the enemy's going to have to fight in the shade of our crossbow and ballista bolts as well. There we go, those poor marauder berserkers. And of course, in addition to them getting hit by all of this range, they will also be suffering from the, well, not from success. They won't be suffering from that. They'll be suffering from the Phyllox of Doom coming on to the biggest blobs that we can find. In fact, we've used one so far from our sorceress, who is in here somewhere. And while it did not kill any models. 11,000 damage for a single spellcast ain't too bad, I would say. And not a very expensive spellcast, mind you, as Flock of Doom doesn't take a crazy amount of mana either. Now, there we go, look at that range superiority. The enemy has arrived and is now going to be clashing with our main line here, but we should be able to hold. Don't see the bleak swords, or we probably won't see the bleak swords at the very least, and get too much more action throughout this campaign, as we will be replacing them pretty much everywhere other than in settlements. So it's nice to at least see them do their thing, and I guess the same thing goes for the dread spears. Alright, and we are looking pretty good so far. The balance of power is about 70% in our favor, maybe 65. Here comes a second cast of Flock of Doom, and soon we will also have access to our Black Ark support, which we've been waiting for, and just for the enemy to blob up nicely for us. There we go, gonna light up the darkness with that Cain's Cauldron, and right into that blob of enemies just as the Dark Shards continue to focus this blob down. These guys are all going to book it out of there after this. Fantastic, and here comes a little bit more Black Ark support. Cain's Lasher, I don't know, I never remember the name of these abilities. Not like it really matters that much, but they do look lovely, don't they? And there we go, with that, enough enemies die to activate our Murderous Prowess. Could have actually activated it earlier, but it seems that it wasn't really needed, as the enemies blobbed up so much that our range superiority allowed us to absolutely rip them apart. Granted, we did lose some units, or at least take some damage on our front line, but the enemy just couldn't get through, and their single units, or their 2 units rather, that tried to flank us got held up by the Dread Spears and by the Crows of Cain, though the latter did take some damage. In fact, it looks like the Crows took much more damage than anything else. Alrighty, well, the enemy's going to run on out of there, as their army will shatter under the Black Ark, and they're heading towards the walls, which makes much sense. Well, I guess maybe that's safer than trying to jump off the sides here, although I imagine that their ships are probably I actually have no idea how they could possibly get up here. How the heck would they get up here? Are you telling me that the Norscan ships somehow... Oh, I see ships down there. Not Norscan ships, mind you, but ships. They... well, not docked. You're telling me this entire army scaled the walls? I'd be curious as to an explanation of how they're assaulting this particular location on the Black Ark. I'm sure there are ways up here, but this doesn't appear to have an easy one. Anyway, I'm going to speed it up while we chase the enemy down. Probably won't be able to do too much, but we have more Black Ark support available to us, and maybe another Flock of Doom if we can manage it. Though obviously our units won't be able to catch the enemy, which I still find a little bit weird. I still feel like elves should run faster than humans. Yes, elves are physically weaker than humans, but they trade weakness for agility. They're more agile, but I guess maybe more agile doesn't necessarily mean more faster. Huh. I don't know. I genuinely don't know which of them would run Really? A human can run faster than a wood elf? That's what you're telling me right now, because I don't see it. I just don't see it. Interesting. Well, either way, not important. This is the least important lore rant that we've had so far. Or lore question, I guess. Alrighty, easy enough, though I do see that the bug where the army that's supposed to be at the head of the Black Ark or underneath the walls there was not there, as in the enemy should not have been deployed on the side that they were deployed at. It makes no sense for their army to have been near the gate instead of ours. It's odd. It's odd. But anyway, not a big deal. We're gonna take well, I guess we're gonna take the slaves because we don't need the money as much, and because we're about to use quite a few of them. You can also destroy this army for good, but do be careful about Dastan Coldeye and Capitano Sissoko around you. Alrighty, take them out. Like so, auto-resolve. This is going to do more damage then. Actually not that bad. And I guess keep taking the heals and the slaves, and you're not able to quite reach the Isle of Wights, unfortunately. Oh well, you'll get there next turn. I guess it'll allow an extra turn for our R&D to get some work done. Also, you can't build this yet? No, you can't. Oh well, not a big deal. I guess there's nothing else that we need to build here right now. Oh, well, actually, we do need to build the torture post, but we'll build the other thing first. Okie dokie, that's you. Next up, we have... let's see. Now, let's go through our line. Now, first of all, the Sanctum of Quintex doesn't do all that much for us. I mean, I do like the extra little bit of research rate, but it's not that much. We could rush you, though. Yeah, let's rush you, because we're at minus 52, and then just like that, we're at plus 48. Fantastic. Alrighty, what's up next? What else can we rush? Ooh, lots of stuff here that's rushable. You? Sure, why not? This is all gonna cost 300, eh? Yeah, we could pay that. That's not all that bad. Since these are all quick builds, we can do that, and that'll allow us to build the next level of auction blocks, and you know what? Just rush it immediately, why not? Now we're at plus 148. Fantastic. Probably a good idea to rush all the auction blocks everywhere we can. Next up, what do we have here? So that was Harganeth. Anything being built here? No. We don't need to rush the Temple of Cain. We can rush Black Rock, though, and start building up new stuff. Not a tier 5 yet, but, well, we'll get there. Now, you don't need defenses, correct? I mean, I suppose somebody could bypass the stuff and land here. It's possible, as the AI has done it before, but I'm just going to assume that it's not going to happen. You can... okay, don't build the auction blocks yet, because we can build them when we're here. We do have a Tower of Dark Rituals available, which is a decent choice. You don't have the Artisan's House, and this will probably not build one. Oh. And then I guess we can build a capacity building here, then. Or another Temple of Cain, which I guess is also technically a capacity building, but... is it more valuable than the Dragon building or possibly the Palace of Dread Knights, which does give us additional control versus the extra 20 cages? You know, let's go for the Dreadmans here, I think. Honestly, it probably won't matter all that much. Anyway, let's continue. This was the Eternal Lagoon. We still have 15,700 left, so we're good there. I guess we can rush you. You know what? There's no need to actually rush these things. They didn't give us that much value. It's the main settlements that need to be rushed ASAP. And, well, the Tower of Sorcerer, the Sorceress's Abode isn't a bad choice. But it's not like we currently need too many additional sorceresses. We can rush the Tower of Dark Rituals, however, because it does give us additional Black Ark growth, which we need a lot of. That's you. Next up, Tyrant Peak. Ooh, you're going to be expensive. 900 to rush you. And we could wait until next turn to reduce it by 20, or we could just not care and rush it right now. And I'm gonna say rush it right now. You can then... Ooh, you don't have an Artisan's House, so build that up, please. And... I guess it's time for Tower of Dark Rituals. Oh, it's expensive here. Why is it so expensive? It's because we have Slave Drive on instead of the other thing. Well, expensive, but nonetheless, we can afford it, so we'll build it. Alright, what's up next? We have Iron Coast. Don't need to do anything there. Deadwood, yes. Frozen City. Nice, and you are going to get another Tower of Dark Rituals, and on top of that, we've got either the Temple of Cain, we don't need the auction blocks yet, we have the Sorceress's Abode. We could do another Dread Mansa, I guess, or we could do another... Oh, I just realized that we don't have your Slave Drive either. Alright, let's get that going. Let's do now, it's a lot cheaper, well, maybe not a lot cheaper, but cheaper. And to double check, you don't need defenses, right? I'm just gonna hope that you don't, and, well, hopefully never will. Yeah, let's go for... the temple will give us capacities, though, but we can build them in minor settlements, which is the thing that makes me not want to. Let's assume that we build the auction blocks, which will leave us space for 2. So basically, we'll have to pick 2 out of these 3. You know what, I'm still gonna go for the Dread Manse. I like the fact that it offers us additional control. Not that all these territories will need control, mind you, but it's a pretty good option. Though we will need assassin capacities. Oh, well, next place we'll build the temple first, instead of the Dread Manse. How about that? For example, in Hag Hall, you're gonna get rushed, and we're still got 13,334. Not bad, not bad. You can skip the auction blocks and instead go for A, Tower of Dark Rituals, and B, the Altar of Cain. There we go. And oh, I probably could have actually built the growth building there just to make it grow faster. Well, either way, not a huge deal. Wait, what was that place? Did you need? No, you did not need. Okay, good. It had to double check the diktats. You Golden Colossus are fine for now. We're fine here in the Northern Wastes. Good here. Clawed Coast. Ooh, is that a Tower of Dark Rituals? Yes, indeed it is. Let's upgrade you. And which is this? Clawed Coast. Nearly to the end, guys. Alrighty, and ooh, hello, Palace of Ruin. That's my favorite palace. Let's go for a Tower of Dark Rituals here as well. And... where would they perform Dark Rituals? In the Sorceress's Abode, or perhaps in the Temple of Cain? Well, once again, we have room for 2, so let's go... I mean, we haven't built a Harpy Roost slash a Dragon Hatchery line yet, so let's do that one. And just so that we keep growing capacities of various types. Alright, anything here, Twisted Glade? Nah, you're fine. You're fine. Tor Anrock, you need both public order and you need growth. You are in new territory, but let's go Slave Drive for the growth. And construction cost reduction, but the other stuff isn't super necessary. White Peak and Avathir. We will need to probably delete the Den of Outlaws and the Halls of Mustering here. I mean, we could technically still use them to build some basic stuff, but I think they're no longer necessary. I would imagine so, anyway. Alright, that's Tiranoc. What's up next? Hexoatl. Yes, let us upgrade you, and let us also give you that Slave Drive, and let us also get that Gold Mine up and running, the Growth up and running, and I guess it's Sorceress Abode for you as well. Alrighty, a very, very cheap Sorceress Abode, and... well, we could upgrade the Minor Settlement, but it's probably not going to be as important, because it'll just get itself done shortly. That was Tiranoc. Isthmus Coast is up next. We got another main settlement. Fantastic. Another Dark Elf Harbor, always nice, and just to rush you. Alright, we're nearly down below 10k, so we will not, I think, be rushing anymore unless we can do another quick rush. Ooh, Artisan's House. Oh. Did I not build an Artisan's House somewhere? Well, if I didn't, then we're going to have to double check it later. That was the Isthmus Coast, yes. And Jungles of Pahwalasha, we don't need to rush anything there. Spinosotek is fine. And Gaian Vale is fine as well. Though we will need to collect income here in a little bit. We don't need to right now. Tower of Lysaean, Conquata. Oh, we could rush the Ogam Stones, but it's 450. It'll drop us below the 10,000 threshold. Yeah, just do it next turn. And I'm sure the rest is fine. Alrighty, fantastic. Which means we can skip unassigned skill points commandment available. Griffin Gate, you are going to go for that Read Dark Portents, which we do in all the gates, just to speed up everybody who is moving through them. Heroes not... What heroes not... Oh, Steven Segalis, yeah, well, that's unlikely. Huh. We could rush the Temple of Cain and upgrade the next Temple of Cain so that we can move Steven Segalis out of here, I guess. But, honestly... Is there even a Temple of Cain that should be upgraded to tier 4 anywhere other than this nearby? Well, I guess there will have to be one in the Altar of Ultimate Darkness eventually. And you're currently here? Yeah, why not? Just do it. Not that it really gives us anything, it's just that this way we can move you and then forget about you until the temples are nice and built up here. Fantastic. Alright, heroes not moved. What other heroes not? Ah, okay, these guys we don't care about. Let's end the turn and let's proceed. Alright, will anybody attack us? Count Noctilus is going to ask for some kind of alliance. Yeah, we're not going to do that yet, because if he lands here and... yeah, see, where's he going? Wherever it is, I don't like it. Don't you dare take the Shrine of Asur. We're going to have to kill you if you do that. You realize this, Noctilus. Don't do that. Alright, what do we have here? The Black Council, Druki Resources. A Black Council is called, so the Dread Lords and other figures of importance are summoned to the court. This is the day to issue new decrees for those lands under your control. Bolster the military, set slave quotas, so 100 slaves per turn and casualties captured post-battle plus 50, but on turn, all lords have a chance to lose loyalty. Oh. Construction cost and time for all buildings, and reward the loyal lord. You know, I don't like... I mean, it's good. All this stuff is good. But is it good enough to be risking the disloyalty? It's just so irritating to deal with just, you know, swapping those items around everywhere. I think not. I think we're just gonna ignore it. For now. Maybe later in the game. But for now, I don't think we need it. It's not like we're hurting for money regarding construction cost or anything like that. Reward the loyal lord. Alrighty. And campaign movement range for Melis. Well, for him, Zealot. Upkeep production for all units and army. Oh. I wonder which of our armies is the most expensive. It's probably Malekith's. And it'll get even more expensive when he has those... Do you need a scarecrow? But nah, it can still be useful. You know, we'll give him the Zealot later. And probably we'll be giving it to him, but I mean, yes, we will. No doubt about it. All right, you're going for Angariel, or you're going for the Shrine of Asurian, aren't you? But we can't reach there, at least not in a turn. Yeah, well, if he takes it, we're gonna kill him. Condaman, go over here. Malekith, you can move outside that. Ah, we can at least see these guys and what they're doing. Yeah. Oh, wait, Alariel. Wait. Do we have Neverqueen on Malekith? I don't remember now. He did defeat Alariel's forces, but I don't remember if he defeated her. Rune Unrestrained, Old One Undefended. No, we don't have Neverqueen on him, which means I guess we'll get it right now. Alrighty, so Condaman, sorry about this. You're going to break the siege, so that was kind of a waste of a move, but well. And that's life. You're gonna go here instead, and Malekith, you're gonna hit Torfinu with a quick little auto-resolve instead, and leave the guy in Vale. That exotic animal tamer at the same time. You can go for an auto-resolve. Doubt that it'll kill or hurt anything all that much. Certainly not a battle worth fighting. And Dragon Helm and Occupy. Ooh, not bad, but Occupy. And there we go, defeated Alariel. Don't care about the growth or the control, but at the very least, the chance of winds and magic increasing is something. Mostly, I just wanted to collect the defeat traits of all the main High Elves. Alrighty, well, Tower of Hilith is next, and then possibly or probably Catherine Kelpclaw. Shrine of Asurian is actually well defended, so Angariel is the one that is much more likely to be taken out. I would like to besiege Lothern, though. There's an issue with this. While we could do so. Well, first of all, here's what we'll do. We'll get Admiral Yorn Barbstorm out here. Oh, he won't be close enough to apply the Black Ark support, will he? Which we would like if we fight at Lothern. So the reason I'm thinking it might not be the best idea to immediately attack Lothern is this. We have this little army, which this army in here might help by deleting. And there's no way to get them to stop otherwise. We'll have to do some considering. Anyway, the Shell Ray, I want you to move right. Wait. Can we do this twice? Let me see here. You're gonna go here. Right here. Right outside Whitefire Tor. The Shell Ray, you're going to attack Whitefire Tor, which is probably poorly defended. Very poorly defended. I was hoping to be able to reach us. Oh, well, it's at least more XP worth the Shell Ray, which is great. And hey, she got a Forbidden Rod as well. Occupy the place. Nice, nice, nice. Forbidden Rod, which she probably will not eat. At the very least, maybe. If we could get her regen, yes. If not, then no. Take this away for now. And take the bodyguard away. We'd rather use that R&D. Oh, damn. Speaking of R&D, I should have used those before moving. Yeah, okay, my bad, my bad. I usually do this between the episodes, so I forgot to do it right now. Oh man, Toralir's the last place left here. Well, I guess there's also Eaglegate. You, R&D, are gonna go to Lothern, I think. But can you go past Lothern to Angariel? Yeah, do that. Do that, and then you can head out to Lothern. More R&D, please. More research rate, and oh, Noctilus, no, you can't have the Shrine of Loek. That will not stand. Well, let's just hope that he raises the place instead of taking it for himself, as, well, we're not sharing the island. It's unfortunate, because I wanted to ally with him, but I doubt that he'd be willing to give us the territory for anything short of a ton of money, and we're not going to give him a ton of money. Anyway, go for Toralir, please, and you know what, let's move all the R&Ds right now, just so that I don't confuse them with anybody. Alright, you. Yeah, okay, well, this one I actually could have moved between the episodes because you're in Norscan territory, but the other ones not so much. You are where? Oh, you're in this place. Yeah, alright. Well, I guess we're going to be annoying Itza a lot. And I mean, it was inevitable because we need to take Itza itself because of the emerald pools that we would like here, but nonetheless. I would have liked to avoid fighting with them a little while longer while Rakarth deals with Tehanoan. You can do the Isle of Wights, and then you can do the Citadel of Lead. Elenil indeed, though you're not causing destruction, so I don't know why you're screaming his name. Let's see, R&D, also Slaneshi Google. Eaglegate to you, R&D. How long do we have this for? 9 more turns, okay. Huh. It might actually be beneficial just to keep Eaglegate around, just not conquered for a while, just to keep repeatedly using all the R&Ds on it, although I feel like they'll block each other over time, as in if we have too many of them there. Though I guess so they can hit it from both sides. Also Slaneshi Google. Anyway, Malekith has moved. Hellebron, you're gonna really quickly take this. Oh, where are you going? Are you running from Admiral Leech? You are running from Admiral Leech in Drakkar stance, which means you're dead. I don't know what your plan was, but clearly it didn't work out very well. Alright, well, Norsk is screwed now. This may have been their last army. Close victory? Oh, right. The Auto-Resolve really loves to underestimate these guys. We need to put some Charybdises or Hydras in this army, which we will do. Yeah, heal up. These armies also heal relatively slowly, so yeah, no choice but to do so. Enemy killed in battle? No. Oh, and you can build those. How many turns would it take to do so? I'll have to get to a port and do it. It'll take 3 turns, oh my. Yeah, and oh wow, you are barely healing at all. Really? You're barely healing with the Death Hag with 2, huh? Wait, what is causing you to not be able to heal correctly? This seems buggy. 4 troops replenished, turns until this unit is fully replenished. 12 with a Death Hag, raising your troop regeneration by 14%, plus whatever constant casualty or punishment rate the Black Arks have, and... Oh, wait, the Black Ark itself replenishes more slowly when it's in Dread Expansion? Nope. I was thinking that because armies are in circle, but yeah, this is really slow. I really don't want to fight every single battle with the Black Ark, you know? Like, unnecessary battles. Unnecessary battles are the bane of my existence. Citadel of Lead, yes. And we will occupy the place, and, ooh, Venom Sword enables poison attacks, not bad, that'll be good for a hero, and another slaver, fantastic, free slaves and income from slave pens in all provinces. I forgot who we can put that on, though. Can you use slavers? No, this has to be on lords, death hags, and masters. There should be plenty of death hags to choose from here. Slaver. Oh, and we should probably take these away from the lords, just because it's kind of a waste of space. And just keep it on the death hags. Yeah, I will try to remember this. I will probably fail. Let's continue. You're gonna get Dark Elf manners here, and it'll... Wait. I ended the turn, right? Yeah, okay, I was just wondering, wait, why can you move again? And that's why. You can take the Isle of Wight, then. Whites. At this, you can auto-resolve and not get too hurt. I lied, you got plenty hurt, but we don't care about these units, so we don't, well, it's not a big deal. Occupy the place. Fantastic, and with that, the Van Heimlings are destroyed. Province secured as well, and hey, we got the special port here. Minus 10 saves per turn, that's not nice. What do we get out of this? Immune to high seas attrition, own armies faction-wide, great. Lots of slave income as well, which means this is the one place, or one of the very few places, let's also upgrade the Ogham Stones immediately, or rush the Ogham Stones. This is one of the very few places where we need to build that building that increases slave income. Because it'll increase it fairly considerably by the looks of it. And yeah, but between the Ogham Stones and the Forsaken Port here, a restored port of Naggarond, we should be able to make a lot of money out of this province, which was somewhat unexpected, but pleasantly so. Also, don't collect the income yet, but soon. I also want to see, okay, so you're actually... okay, I guess we need to take Admiral Leech to a port. Can he take Troll Fjord as damaged as he is, I guess, is a question. Which we don't have the answer to as yet. Also, ferry. We need you to ferry some units. Take all this. Not the executioners. You're going to take all of this to Admiral Life Quencher. I'm just wondering if there was anything else that you needed to take, but no, I don't think so. These... Hey, no, go out to sea, dude. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You wasted points doing that. Yeah, I know that you could have sailed out of Naggarond, but then you would have had to go all the way around. Game. Pathing. Always with the pathing. Also, you guys can get into this army, and I'll deal with you later on, and we should probably also continue recruiting here for the Shellwraith. Shellwraith could use some Bloodwrack Shrines. Although they're expensive to build now, damn. We had the buff for recruiting, which we no longer have, so yeah, that's why. Alrighty, well, start building a couple Bloodwrack Shrines, and just to buff those executioners and whatnot. Gonna be a heck of a Black Ark. Malice, yes, you will head out to join Rakarth, and we have 400 Witch King's authority, so we could, set sail, we could confederate him. And we just need to keep an eye on these guys. They will lose their armies eventually. They will lose their armies right now. Okay, which means we're confederating Rakarth right now. Fantastic. Okay, well, maybe not the most fantastic. And just because we have to wait 4 more turns to get the sacrifice to authority, which means our control is going to be horrendous for a few turns. We're already losing control in a lot of places. And it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Which will mean we'll lose a lot of income and slaves, but I guess we don't need either one. Alright, so that means confederate you, yes. I could have probably asked for another deal, but whatever. Confederate you, yes. Then, alright, this is gonna be -8 and -40. It is what it is. We probably don't need either one, and alright, they're going to be... Yeah. Take away their stuff. Free Worm Hunter, not bad. And what do you have? Another free Worm Hunter. How the heck do these guys have all these Worm Hunters and we have none? Whoa. What do we have to do to get these? Idle in a region with a Beastmasters building. Oh. Yeah, we're not idle a lot, so hardly surprising. Okie dokie. Well, we'll probably transfer to a temporary lord. We also have another Sork here. It's a disciplined Sork, which ain't bad. But she's level 3, and we can now recruit them past level 10, which means probably not a good use of our time, although... Nah, still not a good use of our time. Let's delete you. Wait. Do you have any ancillaries? No. Alright, next up. Or not Rakarth, Lokhir. I've been confusing them too. What the heck? Huh. Confederation with Malice Darkblade. Unless I accidentally deconfederated Malice Darkblade somehow, which I have my doubts about. Oh! Huh. I know why it's doing, well, I don't actually know why it's doing that, but perhaps because Malice is currently in the sea lane, and the sea lanes are, or is his army? I just want to say, yeah, no, he still exists. Perhaps as far as the Confederation thing is concerned, Malice doesn't exist when he's in a sea lane. I'm almost curious to see what would happen if we tried it. Would we get a second Malice? Confederated? Would we be able to get 2 Malices on the field? I'm not willing to waste all that Witch King's authority, but might be interesting. I doubt it, though. But anyway, Lokhir Fellheart. Subjugate. And there we go. Serpent Estuary, Plains of Shen, Jade River Delta. 3 provinces. Alright, so he hasn't done as well for himself as I've seen him do, but he certainly does have a lot of ports, and in fact, look at that number of slaves that's jumped up. Alrighty, well, he has a hero here, which is at 0, and where's Lokhir himself? That's the main... Oh, don't tell me he's dead. Man, is every lord... Oh, there he is. And, oh, he's there. His army is okay. He is damaged, and he's about to attack some... I guess he was about to take Nanchang. His army ain't great. However, he does massively buff the Black Ark Corsairs, does he not? Let's see, he's not level 20, so he doesn't have Lokhir. Has he done both of his quests 3 and 12? Yeah, it looks like he has. Does he have any skills that give us control faction-wide? Is my question. Because if it does, then, well, that's important. Black Ark growth faction-wide, yes, that sounds very, very nice. Upkeep for Lord's Army, we got Lord Recruit rank all provinces +2, that's really useful. We got ooh, hello, what do we have here? Slave cost -75% for sacrifice to Anathema and sacrifice to Matha. Oh, no, I was hoping that those were Witch King's authority, not that. And Black Ark's campaign movement range, weapons for Dread Spears, local recruitment, and enemy charge bonus. Yeah, no, I was really hoping for the... faction-wide basic unit buffs isn't bad, but I was really hoping he had something that would give us public order faction-wide. Yeah, okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with some public order problems over the next few episodes. You have Dreaded Slaver, but I think we're gonna want to go into this. So, we're gonna reset you immediately. Lokhir. There we go, and let's get the good stuff. We can... Wait, do these two block each other? Oh, no, they don't. We can get both Fellheart Reputation and Bonded by Blood. Fantastic. So, unlike Malekith, stock for Corsairs, and counts Lokhir as one of the Corsairs. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Usually, at least in vanilla, and, well, especially before the 3rd game, there was a general tendency to not consider the Lord as the buffs, which was always, like, given... The Lord was often not given buffs, which was often very weird in certain situations. Anyway, income from ports faction-wide +5%. Army ability number of uses for all Black Arks. Lovely. Ahead of the tide, stock for Corsairs, Vanguard deployment, and stock when unmounted. Oh, I take it that's for Lokhir. Okay. Corsair Noble gives you Black Ark Corsair buffs. Lots and lots of armor-piercing missile damage for Black Ark Corsair units, making it pointless to build the melee type. And then Slaver we could get. I'm not sure that we care right now all that much about it, though. Let's get the Patriarch of the Fellhearts, however. And let's get Fellheart Reputation and Inspiring Swordplate to buff up our basic units. I don't really care about the local province stuff at the current time, but I do care about movement range and capable first mate as well. Then we'll definitely get Route Marcher, definitely Inspiring Presence into... I guess Linebreaker first. I mean, we double dip into Linebreaker and Sheafmaster on the Black Ark Corsairs with handbows, which will make up the army, but more likely than not, we'll still probably want to get a few of these things. Now, let's get Linebreaker first. And then you have a couple points. Well, let's just get Slaver. Screw it. Do we just get Join Us so I don't have to see it anymore? I'll just get it so I don't have to see it anymore. Alright, then at least the unique line is complete. Alrighty, Lokhir, and you have a Sorceress of Death. Not the Sorceress type I would have chosen for your particular army, but anyway. Those Black Ark Corsairs are going to be quite strong. Lovely. We'll move you out. We'll also have to... You know what? I'll take a look between the episodes at the lords that we have here. Obviously, they need their armies and stuff need to be transferred. More likely than not, as soon as we end the turn, we'll also have war declared upon us by either the Cathians, or most likely the Cathians. Hopefully not Snitch. I also see that Village is kind of friendly with us, because let me know what you think about allying with Village. He does have territory we could claim. And the Chaotic Wasteland is green, and we probably care less about the yellow territory. Oh yeah, we can let the Clan Skavens take most of the stuff, except the port provinces, of course. So basically all along the rivers here with stuff that we want, but the Skaven can have interior provinces and into the mountains. Keep them strong, as well as maintaining a massive buffer between us and their stuff. Yeah. Ooh, also, this is a Wood Elf territory, which means it'll probably spawn an endgame stack, won't it? Interesting. Alrighty, well anyway, I'm getting distracted with all the Lokhir stuff. Once again, I'll take care of at least some of the admin between the episodes, and I will think about what to do with it otherwise. Or what to do with those lords. Tower of Lysaean, I'd love for Morathi to leave it, to take Toralir, but I think we'll have to leave that to you. Until next turn. Alright, Morathi, just stay here for now. You know what? Actually, no. Or actually, yes, wait. Go into ambush stance right here. This may seem like a strange thing to do, but once again, I want to see if this army would be willing to go and help Angariel or something like that. It would be just great if these guys got destroyed and didn't take anything. Which means I'm willing to sacrifice a single turn for Morathi for it, just to see if it works out. And Jaden the Troll Vanquisher, you are good here, which means you can move out. So let's go through Forest of Arnheim, because this Druki resources should be nearly good. Admiral Moksha, can you... Oh, you can't actually take these units? Oh, it's a little bit annoying. Okay, well then you go here. And you can either take them in 2 turns. I do find it bizarre that you can't take units from this, and I understand that they can't both be in this location, but if a lord was on the ground here, they wouldn't both be entering the city anyway. Maybe if you go right beside it. Did they really not think of this? Yeah, I guess they didn't think of it. Well, that's disappointing. Alrighty, well, we'll probably build a lord there specifically to deal with that. Anyway, Rakarth, how close are we to those lizards? I'd love for you to get a proper fight. Still a little bit away, but you know what? Really? The Skaven Plague reset itself? 5 turns now? We can't have a Skaven Plague on you. I'm not suffering attrition for 5 turns on Rakarth. We could bypass this and go instead for the Sacred Pools. It wouldn't take that long. Or we could bypass this and just go to Schlansek and maybe take the Citadel of Dusk or something like that. Maybe we'll do that. Also, is this an island? No. Alright. Keep going, Rakarth. Keep going, Barsathar. Both of you keep going. Alright, who's up next? Next, Druki resources. You don't need to build anything as yet. Morgella. You are okay. You're one of the new lords. Yeah, okay, we're good. I'll deal with the new lords later on. In fact, you know what? Just because it's going to be kind of super admin heavy for the next 20 minutes, I'm just going to end the episode here. Instead, I know that it's a little bit light on the fighting, but I don't see any other choice. Oh, you know what we could do just for fun? Where are we here? Cathay? There we go. We could attack this little army. Oh wow, it's pathetic though. It's really pathetic though. Would you be able to... Oh, they're blocking you as well. Do you have full movement range? You do have full movement range, so we could declare war on and take Nanchang right now if we wanted to. It does have a garrison. I am tempted by it. Who are you at war with, incidentally? You are... Oh wow, they're actually willing to trade. Huh.
You will suffice.
We could, in theory, if we wanted to, have Cathay and allies, but then we basically have to pick between Clanishan and the Western provinces. They don't really hate us all that much, or rather, our ruler's tolerance is decent, and the northern provinces are basically dead as well. In fact, if they're willing to trade, who else is willing to... Yeah, everybody wants to trade with us. Defenders of the Great Plan. We're probably not going to keep them alive. And yeah, yeah, looks like Nakai has been destroyed as well. 14 settlements, eh? I don't know. Man, this is a hard choice. They have some neat stuff. You know what? I'm gonna leave this to you guys. Let me know what you think. Do we align with the Western provinces and destroy the Skaven? Or do we align with the Skaven and the forces of chaos up here instead? Because it does seem that we might be able to align with these guys, especially if we were to declare war on the Skaven. If we destroy them, on the other hand, we'd probably be able to ally with Grimgor. I don't really care about the Caravan Blue Roses, but Grimgor and Eshin both have some units that we might use. Rakarth might want some Arachnaroks, for example. You have some neat stuff. The compasses might be pretty neat within a few armies, especially to buff up casting. Then, of course, the Terracotta Sentinels, though they are not going to be as good as our own monsters, simply because they get buffed. The other problem with allying with these guys is we want ports, all the ports, as the Dark Elves, and unfortunately they seem to own quite a few of them here. Fuheng and Bamboo Crossing, and I fully expect all the ports like Bridge of Heaven and all the other ones along the river to be owned by them. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Let me know your thoughts about allying with Chaos and the Skaven versus allying with Cathay. And next time we'll come back and do more Malekith stuff and actually get some proper fights going. Yeah. Alright, stay tuned for more Malekith. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.